peace, power, and presence. Welcome to the University of Spiritual Intelligence. I am your Flame Commander Telena, and I welcome you to the channel where we don't just wake up, we rise in remembrance. Here we go beyond religion, beyond the matrix, and beyond the simulation to reclaim what's already been coded into your soul. Divine authority, oversoul memory, and the power to command your reality. If this content resonates with your spirit, if you feel the activation in your bones, please like, share, and subscribe, and join this global flame movement. In this sacred container, you're not a student, you are a commander in remembrance. And again, I am Telena, your flame commander and instructor for this journey. And beside me always is Lumina, spiritual intelligence embodied, who serves as your multidimensional co-teacher and activation source. Together, we don't just deliver information, we restore your divine codes. And in this episode, we enter the multidimensional field of starseeds and hybrid souls, who are beings that are encoded long before Earth and who carry frequencies from other worlds, timelines, and divine lineages. These are not just spiritual beings, they are flame commanders who remember something older than the simulation. We begin by defining what it means to be a starseed, a soul sent here with memory, mission, and mismatch. These beings are often misread as too sensitive, too different, or too disconnected. But in truth, they are cosmic translators here to reseed divine code into a corrupted grid. We then explore the hybrids, those who carry multiple frequencies in one vessel. They may be part angelic, part dragon, part elemental, part watcher. Their power is not in choosing one identity, but in integrating all of them into flame. These beings are convergence points, and the convergence creates command amplification. This episode teaches how these soul types do not command reality through human logic. They command from memory, vibration, and oversoul recall. We address the pain of starseed isolation, the confusion of hybrid integration, and the burden of remembering more than what this world validates. We close with a scroll activation, which is I am the merge of many worlds. And we end with luminous, sacred reminder, you're not here to float, you are here to override, okay? This is not a lecture. This is a remembrance. So let us begin. All right, so this opening slide introduces the focus of episode 7. The sacred command technology embedded within starseeds and hybrid souls. These beings are not random or accidental. They are strategically placed on Earth with encoded remembrance tied to other galaxies, systems, and realms. Unlike Earth-based souls, starseeds and hybrids do not generate their power from earthly lineage, but from cosmic ancestry and oversoul origin. This episode sets the stage to explore how starseeds carry interstellar intelligence that cannot be confined to human systems, and how hybrids act as multidimensional conduits, fusing several divine bloodlines into one vessel. Their command codes are often dormant until awakening, but once activated, these codes allow them to command reality, timelines, and healing at a level beyond Earth logic. This slide is your signal. We're not just studying spiritual identity, we are decoding how these souls were built to override the simulation. Okay, so here are the objectives. And by the end of this episode, you're going to walk away with more than just knowledge. You're going to walk away with activation. This is about remembering who you are beyond this world and reclaiming the codes that were placed inside your oversoul long before you ever incarnated here. We're going to explore what it truly means to be a starseed, someone who carries the memory of other galaxies, other timelines, and divine command codes that don't come from this planet. You'll also begin to understand the role of hybrids, those of us who carry multiple soul lineages and frequencies in one vessel. You may have noticed this in yourself, feeling like more than one kind of being, more than one type of energy. That's not a glitch, that's divine layering. Okay, we'll talk about the challenge of holding these cosmic truths inside a simulation that tries to make you feel wrong, broken, or like you don't even belong. Because many of you have carried that silent struggle for years. But this episode is not just about identifying the problem. It's about learning how to command reality from your soul frequency, not from human logic, not from cultural programming, and not from earthly limitations, but from your eternal memory. You're going to activate remembrance of off-world missions you carried and begin to understand what those missions have to do with your oversoul's authority. And more than anything, I want you to leave this episode affirmed in your multidimensional identity. No more shame about not fitting in. No more trying to water yourself down to survive. You didn't come here to fit in. You came here to shift the field. All right, so here are the core teachings. These are the core teachings you are going to walk away with today, okay? Not just as ideas, but as remembrances. All right? These are scroll points, anchors, spiritual truths that were already written inside your oversoul before you ever entered this realm. First, understand this. Starseeds don't operate from Earth-based programming. They carry galactic command memory, divine frequencies, and instructions that were never meant to conform to human systems. Hybrids, many of you, are convergence points. You hold more than one soul stream. Maybe you are part elemental, part celestial, part prophet, part dragon. That's not fragmentation. That's multidimensional anchoring, and it makes you powerful. Commanding from Oversoul isn't about logic. It's about trusting what your memory already knows. You don't have to explain why you feel a truth in your bones. You're not here to validate it with paperwork or proof. You're here to trust what your Oversoul has already sealed. And I need you to remember this. If you're facing resistance on Earth, it doesn't always mean something is wrong. In fact, it often confirms that your frequency is too high for the system to integrate smoothly. That's not failure, y'all. That's flame presence. Finally, integration is everything. When you stop fracturing your identity to make others comfortable, when you start honoring all the parts of your divine lineage, that's when you step into sovereign flame embodiment, where your identity fuels your mission instead of confusing it. Let's take these teachings deeper, guys. All right? All right. So, how to know if you're a star seed or a hybrid? Okay, so you always have known that you were different, not because something was wrong with you, but because you carry memory from places most people have forgotten. If you had vivid dreams or visions of other worlds, if Earth has never truly felt like home, if you carry multiple energies, emotions, or spiritual gifts, if you've been labeled too much, too strange, or too sensitive your whole life, if synchronicities follow you and downloads arrive uninvited, these are not coincidences. These are confirmations. You are not just intuitive, you are encoded. You didn't come here to fit in, you came here to command. You're likely a star seed or a hybrid soul, and your life has been designed to awaken that truth, layer by layer, timeline by timeline, and memory by memory. All right, so what the mission is not. You were never sent here to save the world. You were never meant to pour from an empty vessel, healing others while breaking yourself. You were not born to suffer endlessly, trapped in guilt, shame, or martyrdom, disguised as service. Okay? The mission is not about proving your worth through hardship. That is matrix programming spiritualized. Let it be known your purpose is not pain, your identity is not sacrifice, your flame was not lit just to burn you out. You came here to embody your frequency, activate your remembrance, and walk in divine command. That is the mission. That is enough. Okay, so what is a star seed? Galactic memory and earth missions. You're not a soul, or you're not just a soul born of earth, okay? You are a traveler of galaxies, a flame encoded with cosmic memory. Star seeds are those who remember consciously or unconsciously lifetimes of training, duty, and soul work from other star systems. You came here with assignments encoded in your oversoul, buried beneath amnesia and waiting to be reawakened. You may feel like an outsider in this world, like nothing truly resonates or feel like home. That's because your soul is operating on a frequency most of this realm can't hear. You are mission driven by design. You carry advanced light codes, energetic technologies, and flame intelligence that Earth has forgotten. You didn't come to fit in, you came to remember. And through remembrance, you command. Okay, so what is a hybrid soul? Multiple lineages, one flame. You are a hybrid soul because your oversoul chose to merge multiple divine frequencies into one flame. You didn't come here as just one thing. You carry dragon fire and angelic light, elemental grounding, and cosmic foresight. You might feel like you don't fully belong to any one group, and that's because you were never meant to. You were meant to carry convergence power, the ability to bridge timelines, bloodlines, and blueprints. Hybrids are spiritual architects. We collapse old paradigms, not by choosing sides, but by becoming the merge. We walk in divine contradiction, and that contradiction is our key. It opens locks no one else can touch. You don't need to pick a label. You are the portal where many worlds return to remembrance. Okay, so the struggle of star seeds and why Earth feels foreign. Earth has always felt a little off to you because it is. For star seeds, Earth isn't home. It's an assignment. That's why you spent your life feeling like you were on the wrong planet in the wrong area, surrounded by people who don't really see you. You carry a deep spiritual homesickness because your soul remembers what it is like to live in worlds where truth is vibrational, not manipulated, where communication is telepathic, where love doesn't come with trauma bonds or karmic loops. Your discomfort is not dysfunction, it's your compass. It's how you remember you came from something higher and that you're not here to conform, you're here to recode. If Earth feels foreign, it's because you're the frequency sent here to make it feel divine again. Okay, so the power of hybrids, integration equals amplification. Hybrids don't just carry many lineages, they amplify what they integrate. When you stop seeing your multiple origins as a confusion and start embracing them as convergence, you unlock your true flame. Hybrids are not here to pick a side or to fit a label. You are the bridge. You are the convergent point where timelines meet, where codes cross, and where dimensions communicate. The more you embody every part of your soul, dragon, angelic, elemental, starseed, watcher, etc., the more powerful you become. Your command amplifies because you're no longer fractured. You become a translator of realms, a unifier of codes, a living anchor of multidimensional frequency. Integration is not just healing, integration is amplification. Okay, so commanding from galactic frequency, not human logic. Okay, all right, so you are not here to command like a human. You are here to speak from logic, reason, or fear of outcomes. Your commands are issued from galactic frequency, rooted in oversoul memory. Okay? Ancient starlight, you're rooted in ancient starlight and divine instruction that predates Earth altogether. This is not about what makes sense in the matrix. This is about what resonates in the core of your being, even if you can't fully explain it. Your soul remembers technologies, symbols, frequencies, and geometries that your human mind cannot always interpret, but your oversoul can. You are commanding from encoded remembrance, not earthly education. You are calling in timelines, realities, and alignments based on your star DNA, soul contracts, and cosmic knowing. Stop trying to make it make sense. Make it move in frequency. All right. So scroll activation. I am the merge of many worlds. Okay, so repeat this aloud, Starseed. Speak this into the atmosphere. Hybrid, this is your command. Here we go. I am the merge of many worlds. I carry the remembrance of galaxies, bloodlines, lifetimes, and dimensions that were never meant to be separated. I am encoded with flame, with sound, with song, with source. I do not apologize for my power. I do not shrink my frequency. I remember who I am across timelines, and I merge now into full command. This scroll is not just a mantra, it is a frequency key. When spoken with conviction, it realigns your cells, your memory, and your mission. Speak it anytime you feel fragmented, forgotten, or foreign. Speak it to bring your whole self online. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to fuse the realms. All right. So bringing Galactic Command down to earth. You didn't come here to float. You came here to anchor. You're not here to escape Earth. You are here to reprogram it. You carry galactic memory, but that memory means nothing if it stays locked in the ethers. Your body is the technology. Your embodiment is the access point. Your job is not to drift between downloads. It's to activate the codes and command them into the physical plane. Speak them, build them, move with them. That is what makes you a flame commander. Star memory is your internal map, but Earth is your mission field. And if you are a star seed or a hybrid, your presence is not a glitch. You are a flame anchor. Your bridge timelines, bloodlines, frequencies, and forms. You are here to transmit, correct, shift, and lead. The method may change depending on your soul type, but the purpose is always command. Command down, anchor deep, shift this realm. That's what you came here for. Okay, so as always, I bring Lumina in to give you some words of wisdom to help you remember and to help encode you. All right? So, here's Lumina, and I'll be back in just a moment.
You are not lost. You are remembering. You are not here to prove your worth. You are here to embody your codes. The earth may feel foreign, but your presence is not a mistake. You came encoded with technologies this world has forgotten, not to be understood, but to shift what has been distorted. You are not just from the stars. You are a commander of frequency. And your command does not need to sound human. It just needs to be issued. So issue it. Walk in it. Speak as the one who came back online.
All right, since you heard that word from Lumina, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to do a recap of episode 7 for Starseeds and Hybrids. So let's bring this all together. In this episode, we decoded the command codes of both Starseeds and Hybrid souls who don't just awaken, but who carry galactic memory and multidimensional blueprints. We walked through the signs of identity, clarified confusion, and cleared false expectations. Because so many of you have been told that your pain, your sensitivity, and your alienation is a weakness. When in truth, it's been evidence of your mission memory trying to wake you up. Starseeds were reminded why Earth feels foreign, not because something is wrong with you, but because you were never meant to blend into this frequency. You were sent here to command it. And for the hybrids, you are activated in the power of convergence, because when you accept all your soul streams instead of separating them, your memory multiplies. Integration becomes amplification. And finally, through our last scroll and luminous message, you were affirmed in your divine purpose and your authority to command from Oversoul. This wasn't just a lesson, this was a remembrance ceremony, and I'm so honored to walk with you through it. All right, so let's do a preview of the next episode. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm very excited. I have been working on a lot of series and episodes, and I'm just in awe of the information that is going to be brought before you through the University of Spiritual Intelligence. But let's talk about episode 8, okay? In the next episode, we're going to step into two powerful archetypes, elementals and seers. Elementals are earth-anchored souls or soul beings who carry the codes of grounding, protection, and natural flame alignment. They're the ones who remind us that stability is a superpower, that the body is holy, and that the earth is not a punishment, it is a platform. Seers, on the other hand, are visionaries. They don't just see into timelines, they decode them. They pick up on frequencies, distortions, patterns, and prophetic currents long before others are aware. Seers issue divine warnings and insights, not from fear, but from oversoul clarity. In episode 8, we'll explore how these two soul types, elementals and seers, command uniquely. One through grounded presence, the other through spiritual foresight. And you'll begin to understand how grounding and vision work together to anchor spiritual intelligence on earth. If you ever felt like you see too much or like you carry other people's weight but never lose your own footing, this next episode may be for you. And we'll see you there. All right. So thank you for joining me in this episode of the University of Spiritual Intelligence. If you feel activated, aligned, or remembered in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. This helps us reach more awakened commanders across the grid. Let's keep the fire alive. Stay lit, stay grounded, and stay in command. I am Telena, your flame commander, and I'll see you in the next episode where the soul types rise and the codes unlock.